know I'm only 40 pages into the manuscript. And it is brilliantly written, but then everything you write is brilliant.
It's pretty brutal so far. Is it hard to follow? I know it jumps back and forth in time.
Well, yeah, that's hard, but it's not that.
I know the language is complicated.
It's the swearing, Paul. There, I said it.
The profanity bothers you?
Every other word is the F word. It has no nobility.
Well, Annie, this is real life. It's 1987. Everybody talks like that.
What do you think I do when I go to the feed store in town? What do you think I say? Now give me a bag of that effing pig feed and some of that bitchly cow corn. Hell yes, ma'am. Coming right the F up. And at the bank, do you think I say, here's one effing bastard of a check, now get off your effing ass, and cash the effing thing? Ah. There. See what you made me do?
I'm sorry.
Sure you are. So I suppose you want your cacatity medicine. Well, you're going to have to wait until I clean this mess up. My mother would have washed my mouth out with soap and water for using that kind of language. You don't need to use swear words in the misery books, because they didn't use swear words at all back then. They weren't even invented in the 1860s. That was a better time. You ought to stick to the misery stories, Paul. I say that sincerely, as someone who cares about you, as your #1 fan. You won't make me mad again, will you?
No. I don't want you mad. I sort of, depend on you,
Yes, you do, don't you?
Seriously? You swore, not me.
Take your medicine. I hope you like it.
This looks wonderful. And you look very pretty.
Well, I'm not going to tell you what you can say.
Where did you get a dress like that?
It was my mother's. It's old-fashioned.
I like it. It's modest.
It is modest. I don't mean to pry, but I read in People magazine that you were seeing that model who does those disgusting jeans commercials. And I said it can't be true. Paul Sheldon would never waste his time with a trampy woman like that.
Well, you can't believe everything you read in People magazine.
I knew it. I knew it wasn't true.
When I was a kid, nurses were my heart's desire. The uniform was part of it, I'm sure, but not just that. Who knows? Maybe I just wanted someone to kind of take care of me the way you're taking care of me now. I bet you were something in your nurse's uniform. Wine?
Oh no.
I have never, not in all my life, eaten meatloaf to compare with this. Wow.
Well, I have a secret. I only use fresh tomatoes, and to give it a little extra zip, I mix in Spam with the ground beef.
You cannot get this in a New York restaurant, that's for sure.
It was my mother's recipe.
You must have been very close with her.
Yes, I was. In my whole life, she was the only person who never let me down. Well, Her in misery.
Annie, I think we should have a toast.
A toast?
Yes. To misery.
To misery.
No, wait. Let's do this right. Do you have any candles?
I don't know. I think maybe somewhere I do.
It's great to see the rest of the house. I'd imagined it was lovely, but I didn't expect this. Did you study decorating, or you just have a flair?
You fooler, but I guess you could say I picked things up over the years.
Well, it certainly says you. Listen, if you can't find any, it's okay. I just thought it might be nice.
Are you kidding? If anyone ever told me that there would come a day when I'd be having a candlelit dinner with Paul Sheldon, and in my own home, well, I would have checked both legs to see which one was being pulled. Will this do?
It's perfect. To misery, and to Annie Wilkes, who brought her back to life.
Oh, Paul. Oh God, Paul, what have I done? I ruined your beautiful toast. Can you find it in your heart to forgive me? Let me for you another glass. Can we both please pretend this never happened? To misery.
Misery.